Yo guys, hope you're doing well. Today I'm just out here on the strip. I'm in Croydon today. As you lot can see, it's quite a sunny day today. There's a lot of people out. The sun is shining. Everyone's on good vibes. You know, people are smiling and yeah, it's a good day. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, love us. So yeah, I want to name this video what separates boys from the men, because you can see a man. A lot of guys are men physically. Like, you can be big, you can be in shape, you can have money. You might look like a man, you might have facial hair like this, but what really makes a man a man? And there's certain qualities that make men men, but the one that sticks to my mind most is the ability to have foresight. And what is foresight? Foresight is the ability to look in the future and not just make decisions for today, but think about the long-term effects. For example, when a kid is young, they do so many things when they're young. They're not thinking about the future. They want to play now. They want to have fun now. And that's quite childish behavior, because they're not expected to look at the future because they have no responsibilities. They're just living now. It's very like animalistic. Like an animal, for example, will do something for the now because they're not thinking about the future. But what makes us men, what makes us mature, is the fact that we can do things today and we think about the consequences. For example, if a man wants to spend a lot of money today, he wants to go out clubbing, he wants to have fun, he wants to go on holidays, he's going to think to himself, this might sound fun today, but how is this going to affect my life 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line? If I'm saving towards something and I'm having all of this fun now, then it could ruin my chances. And another thing I'd love to say is, a lot of guys don't have discipline in the aspect, in the sexual aspect. They want to have fun, they want to get laid now, they're thinking about girls now, especially young men in like their teens, early 20s, even guys up to their 40s, they still have this problem. 50s, they're just thinking, oh, I want to get laid now, let's find the girls. But a lot of guys, a man will think about the long-term effects. He's gonna think, getting laid now, that's fun, but this could ruin my life. What about if I have a girl? I mean, if a girl gets pregnant or something like that, or if I get STDs or HIV or something, so a man is going to think about the thought. He's not just going to be quick to make actions. It's very childlike, because children don't need to think about the long term. They're protected by their parents. But a man looks into the future all the time. He thinks about his decisions that he's making today, how it's going to affect him, how it's going to affect his family members, all the people around. Because as a man, you carry the responsibility, especially if you have a family and children. If you've got a family that cares about you, and if you've got kids, every decision you make is going to impact them, whether you like it or not, whether good or bad. For example, if you're doing bad in life, it's going to affect your family, because even though you might not be around them, they're still going to care, because you're still from them. They're still your brother, still your sister. And if you have children and you're making bad decisions, then they're gonna think, look at this guy's meant to be my dad. You're letting down the family, you're not carrying your weight as the father. And whereas this you're doing good as a man, it's gonna affect your family in a positive way, because your parents are gonna be happy, your children are gonna be happy, your family is gonna be happy. They're gonna say, yes, this man figure in my life is doing what he needs to do, and everybody is gonna be proud because you're carrying the responsibility of being a man. But this only happens if you have foresight. You're not thinking about today. All the decisions you make, you're thinking about the long term. And I would strongly recommend, as a man, every decision that you make, don't just think about today. A lot of guys, like for example, I do a work I won't go into detail, but my job is I got to work with people, and sometimes it's hard to keep my cool. And there's certain times where I want to lash out. People say certain things to me at work that's kind of they can say things about my family, suck your mum, all of these things, hope you go to hell, all of these things. And it only takes 1 second to lash out. But if I do that, that's going to ruin my whole family. That's going to ruin my whole life, my whole career, just because of one little thing. And things like this is what separates the boys from the men. A man will think through these things and not just let one little problem or what someone says kind of change the whole trajectory of their life, because it's happened on so many occasions. So I would advise you guys, especially as young men, always think about your decisions. before you make certain decisions. Think about the long term, whether it comes to money, not just money, when it comes to girls, situations, changing jobs, like how you feel at the current moment. Don't make emotional responses like an animal, you know. Have the ability to reason things out, and yeah, that's how you'll get through life. And at the end of it, if you keep making the right decisions and not just like impulsive decisions, that's how people make it to the top. You can't make it to the top by living on impulse like an animal, you know. So that's my message for today, man. I hope you lot can take it in. I hope I explained it as good as I possibly can. As you lot can see, I'm out here in the strip, man. I'm literally in the middle of the road, and yeah, man, it's a beautiful time to be alive. I'm working hard and training hard. As you lot can see, I'm in shape. I'm in shape, bro. Because all them times I went to the gym, I was hard, but I thought about the long term. I thought to myself, it's difficult, but if I keep doing this, then I'm gonna be in shape in the future. I'm gonna have muscles. I'm gonna be healthy. So that's an example of when I thought about the long term and not just about today. So yeah, man, hope you lot enjoyed this video, but until next time, let's go.